Ouch! You're horrible human beings.
I'm seriously considering putting that into the episode title.
That would be funny. That would be very funny.
Mexican question mark?
If you need anybody, Jack.
Angela, you are a doll. Has anyone ever told you you're a doll?
All the time. Wait a minute. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Midnight Show. Kefki, I'm not trying to ungoober my status. I'm just trying to verify that I am indeed a goober.
Okay, since we're on live and we know Kefki's here, I can say this. Of course you're a goober, Tier. And you're even more a goober because not only are you do you work for the gooberment, you're TSA.
I think it's very easy to. It's very easy to prove. Only a goober is allowed to use the hard R, and if you look at the poll, he used it. So I mean,
I'm into the poll. I'm into the poll with it's going to be inconclusive.
Yeah.
I always just like using the whole thing of instead of saying that you're a goober because of whatever, it's like, yeah, you're a goober because you work for the gooberment.
I'm a house goober.
Wow.
All right.
By the way,
I used to be a goober too. I just don't work for the gooberment no more.
Okay,
all right,
I don't know.
Gentlemen.
I don't know how they did it, but their poll results don't add up to 100%.
It doesn't. So
it's a rounding error.
No, it can't be a rounding error because one of them would have to round up and the other one would round down.
I have decided that the poll is inconclusive because of the math. Therefore,
no. If they, I'm just trying to think because if they were both 0.5, then they would both round up, so that would get it to 101.
There were 6 votes. They wouldn't be there's no 83.5 in that. It would be 83.6, I think, or 83.3. 83.3 repeating.
Because the math is adding, I'm going to declare it invalid. Thank you.
So the 16 should be a 17, is what you're saying.
Yes, it should. Yes. And YouTube is full of incompetence.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so
that's
thanks
just
for the math lesson.
All right. I'm going to play the intro now. You will.
No, you don't have to do that. That's a terrible idea.
You're going to hear the amazing vocal range of our not gas Jack Gunski. So here it is.
Welcome to the Midnight Show with the Midnight Crew. Rotncorpse, Angela Arrega, James Colley, Terry Diamantis, and our host, Dear Alexander, with special guests, Jack Gunski. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin.
There's James. Okay. Disappeared for a second there. All right.
I don't
Hello,
remember
everybody.
recording that.
Thank you, not Jack Gunski, for that not Jack Gunski intro.
No, don't thank him. You'll just encourage him to do it again.
Well, here's intros.
If you like, I could talk like this for the whole episode.
Yay!
I think I left the microwave on. I'll just be right back.
Terry's going to check the toaster for about 2 hours.
I'll make it 3 because I know you tend to run long if I'm not here.
It's going to end up with like Terry tied to a chair, me talking like this, and you're taking 3 hours to get through a list of like 100 things.
No.
Yes,
Terry's just gonna be going, no.
No. It's it'll take him 3 hours to get through 2 items of the 100 on the list.
Yeah. But then again, I can kind of see Terry's thing because back when they were doing comic curation, I came up with the thing of Polly's beating Jack
Oh,
and
shit.
making Inquisitor watch.
Mhm.
And, there's a similar thing here. Tyr is being forced to play Jack Gunski openings and making Terry and forcing him on Terry. So, Jack is an impressionist.
Well, we already knew that Tyr was an impressionist.
I'm
an impersonator black man.
I fucking miss comic book curation, man.
I miss comic book curation so badly.
That was of the live streams I have watched, that was the most tolerable.
Yeah.
I've never seen. I guess I came into the community.
Yeah, it was before your time, young man.
Wow.
It wasn't before my time, but it was about comic books, so I didn't watch it.
I enjoyed it.
Again, I came to the community a little late, so
yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was nice when streams like when Lords of the Night was on a set time, and then you had like different shows like comic book curation. You had the one Magog does.
Morscar reviews.
Yeah, side quest.
Side quest, yes. When you're having to clean up other people's shit, it was fun to listen to. It just kind of made your shift a little more bearable.
Can I just say one thing?
No.
It was Polydub's fault. I can all but guarantee you it was Polydub's fault.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I adore Polydub. He's a very nice man, but the dude could not show up on fucking time to save his fucking life.
That is true.
Well, yeah, but actually it was Quiz's job that
NFT
ended the show.
What?
It was Quiz's job that ended the show. Quiz got a job. He had to work during that time.
Who was he working for? Polydub. I knew it was his fault.
No,
it's always Polly's fault.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna blame Polydub. Polly, I love you, but it's your fault. And
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can beat someone to the point where they're not going to do anything. And I think that's exactly what happened. Polly just got too abusive with his love.
Too abusive with his love?
Well, hold on.
I won't go as far as to say that I love Polly, but I did quite enjoy his encounter with Coach Redpill, so he gets points for that.
So, but you have to remember, for the AAA meeting, because of how late he was, he made a custom trophy PNG strictly for latest open. Or it's like starting of the AAA meeting. So he knows and basically fully embraces that. Yeah, he's late for a lot of shit. Like he's
time.
Well,
No. Is Polly black? Because that would explain an awful lot.
I think he's part black.
He's working on nigger time. That's what that is.
No,
Yeah.
I don't buy the whole when a person like acknowledges their fault thing, because that's just a person giving themselves an excuse to
Exactly.
That's more like rubbing insult to injury.
Oh yeah, like what is it? The one that is being most commonly used right now in my circle. Okay, if you have OCD, you could also be considered to being what?
Obsessive compulsive.
Obsessive or compulsive, yes. That's one of the excuses being used right now in my circle. Well, I'm a compulsive. What do you expect? It's like, if you're that way, then What are you doing to fix the problem?
Yeah. I think there's a difference between accepting that you have a problem and just making that problem your identity. If you say, "Well, of course I'm late. I'm the guy that's always late," then you're an asshole. You should
and for that whole thing, it was made as a joke on himself of being like, I didn't mean to fucking do that, because he still has to deal with his whole college life and whatnot of working that job as well.
No, but I'm just saying that if there's a difference between, yes, I accept that I tend to show up late. I'm going to work on that, and well, of course I'm late. I'm Polly. I always turn up late. That's my thing. No. Don't make that your thing. Fix the problem.
No, the only shtick Polly really brings up for his streams and whatnot is typically that there's always an audio issue, and he's trying his damnedest to get it fixed, or he doesn't have to deal with it because it just keeps fucking happening. He's like, you have a fucking audio issue every goddamn time. I thought I fixed this.
Or we also accept that at some point Tira is going to robot. Because he doesn't have a computer. He just has a pewter.
Well, he's got a computer.
I have a shitty internet. That's what I got.
He has dog shit internet.
But that's a thing that happens. But it's just like I have breathing issues. I am taking a responsibility for that. That's why I spend most of my time on mute.
Yeah.
So that I'm not.
And the mics pick up weird on the cell phone. Like whenever Poppy's on Minions, like her mic will get caught in her like sweater or whatnot, and it'll make her sound like somewhat muffled, like she's talking to a tin can. Things happen on accident. Not everything's perfect.
Yeah, and me and Poppy both have the same record of muting and kicking people from streams with our testicles.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. We pocket dump people.
I'm not going to identify that with an ew.
I don't know how you block someone by using your chest, like by accident. I mean,
it's by accident.
I don't know how that happens. Like, where is your phone that your tits are hidden it?
Well, I keep shit in my pocket.
Hold on.
Doing something.
Say this. Instead of a booty call, it's a booby block.
Yes.
Yes.
He got booby blocked.
I'm sorry. I had to get that out. I'm not sorry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to read. I'm only doing 4 because number 4 is the one I really want to read. Of this list, we're just doing 4. It's a 9 item list. It shouldn't be that difficult. We're gonna get through it, and then we're gonna get some really.
Sweet Jesus! Started already.
3 hours later.
And by the way, this is how you know that Pierre is black. He's very apologetic still.
I'm not apologizing. I'm just letting you know how shit rolls.
No, Terry's black. Never shuts the fuck up.
All right. Okay. All right.
When did apologizing great? Like, he's not Canadian.
Hmm.
Can y'all all see it?
Yeah.
Oh,
all right. So it's in honor of January 6th. It's a historic day. Worse than Pearl Harbor, worse than slavery, worse than
I don't leave the street now just because.
I'll still say at least this is better than the thing that I've heard the past 4 fucking days before this, and I'm not even going to bring up any further than that.
All right.
Thank you.
There are, according to Babylon B now, here are the 9 most terrifying criminals from January 6th Capitol attack. Sentencing began.
Not on there, so.
Sentencing for the insurrectionists who tried to take over our country with selfie sticks and buffalo costumes. Luckily, they didn't succeed. Here are the 9 most terrifying criminals from the dark day of January 6, 2021. A day that will go down in infamy. Buffalo guy. Look at his face. Truly terrifying. Legal experts all agree that since he stood up in front of the congressional chambers, he is now legally our ruler. Bow down before Bison Man.
I mean, Bison is a dictator. That is true.
See?
He could be the new Empire.
So, oh God, for January 6th, what day of the week was that?
I believe that was a
Tuesday.
Oh, please let it be that. For them, it was the worst day of your life.
For me?
You went on Shaman?
Tuesday.
Thank you.
It was a Friday. It was a Friday.
Oh, it was a Friday.
No, it was a Wednesday.
Oh, for you, it was the day it changed your life. For him, it was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday.
I'm looking at my calendar. That says it was a Friday.
I hate you all.
Why you hate us? I love you, Angela.
Finish the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Why was he so evil?
He's never going to finish this article. You know that.
All right,
You've been here long enough.
Nitty Mima Gunderson. Wow. Terror.
What?
Horror. Truly the face of a criminal. Okay, technically, she was storming the Kansas state capitol and not the one in D.C., but still. Such a terrorist spreads across the whole land. Look at that horrible face. She's a monster. All right. The guy who put his feet up on Pelosi's desk. The act of a madman. The nation will never recover. That was Mahogany. And this is one I want to read. The massive army of robot assassins who literally murdered AOC. These guys were ruthless. Rest in peace, AOC. That's in chat for the world's smartest socialist.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right.
I love that. I love
Okay.
that. If only they were
y'all
real.
remember AOC was killed. She was killed on January 6th, and she told us about it on January 2nd.
So many times.
Yes.
So many times she died.
They
Too bad
burst.
none of them stuck.
Wait a minute. I love how they burst into her office, guns blazing, looking for her, like the goddamn death squad they were.
No way.
Exactly.
That
I mean,
is
you know,
wonderful.
that is almost as awesome as the man flu killing the same person 54 times in a day.
Shut up.
But the only difference is the man flu is real. AOC's murder is not.
Remember, AOC was there. She cried at the gates. I honestly believe she was looking at, and then it turns around. It was staged.
Yeah, and she's looking at a field.
No, she was looking at a parking lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the bad news about January 6th is that Democrats are trying to take over the world and corrupt our nation to its very core. The good news about January 6th is that based on the actual events of what happened, they are the biggest bunch of pussies on the planet. Mm-hmm. Jesus, how can human beings be that absolutely pathetic?
Well, Jack, when you're not going along with the narrative and fixing the election,
Okay.
that possibly did not happen.
All right. This is my.
That may or may not. Wink, wink.
Free and fairest, most secure in history.
All right. This is my ardent belief. The Dems were looking for any win against Trump. If they honestly believed that their victory was legitimate, they would have given him all the recounts, all the time he needed just to rub it in his face.
Yeah.
That tells me instantly it wasn't.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you know, when I'm right on something, go ahead, look it up. Do what you got to do to make yourself feel better.
Here's my thoughts on the matter. there was a recount when a Republican ran in 2000. That would have been George Bush and Al Gore, and we treated that very, very seriously. We did not treat this call for a recount very seriously. In fact, it was kind of an abomination. Why the hell are we not allowed to get a recount? Why were we not allowed to get a recount? Nobody ever really explained why.
Well, here's my opinion on this. The Babylon Bee is great at headlines, but the actual articles tend to suck.
Yes, that is true. They're great at headlines.
I do love how they did predict that Biden would say you can't be pro-America and pro-insurrection.
Yeah.
And then it happened recently.
But wasn't our nation formed by technically insurrectionists?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were rebelling against an asshole who decided that taxation without representation was cool. You know, all right. I want all of my government to actually take fucking civics lessons. And
I've already volunteered to write the civics test. Gunski
No.
can back me up.
It's true.
I gotta
we
hear
don't
what
want the emus.
No, I gotta hear what his
that
civics
election.
test is first.
So yeah, as I explained on Twitter, I am volunteering to write the test so that anyone who passes it will know which cars are Civics and which are just other types of Honda.
That works.
And I still maintain that the plural of Honda is Hyundai.
Yeah, but that's because you pronounce it wrong. It's Hyundai, not Hyundai.
It's E-Honda.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, being that we're in America, I mean the expensive Honda would just be an Acura. Kind of like your expensive Toyotas are called a Lexus.
I thought that was a Kia.
What are you playing, Rodden?
Satisfaction.
I'm not sure what I said that
Oh,
Frosted
I
is
just gotta
talking about.
Get some of that. Play that.
But Frosted is saying, for fuck's sake, Terry. And I don't know what I said that is warranting that reaction.
I mean, I'm with Terry on this one because, you know, we all know Jesus drove a Honda because he didn't speak of his Accord.
That's exactly right.
By the way, what is this game you're playing?
Satisfactory.
I'm sorry, but this game is like, you know, it's inferior to Factorio.
It is. It is.
It's
Really,
starting to watch.
Let's move on to the second article. Angela, I'm not going to make you read this one because this is just utterly dog shit.
Which article?
The one about sex changes. Is it not pulling up?
You said I don't have to read this?
Not if you don't want to.
I'll read it. This one
Wait a minute.
pisses me off.
I have to get another copy for some odd reason. Okay, there it is. I don't know why this link isn't working. I'll change the link out.
While he's doing that, I'm going to go off on a rant on some things.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Mainly because I want to rant.
Go ahead.
I don't know what I'm going to rant about, but I'll find something to rant about later. But in the meantime,
What about?
go ahead and get your story.
Well, I thought you were passing time while he found the thing.
Oh, I found it. It's in the side chat.
James, how do you feel about kids these days?
They should all be waterboarded until they're 10 and act like responsible adults.
Hell just.
Wow.
All right.
James, why are you always trying to waterboard the children?
Okay. So
Because fire makes them smell bad.
Can I ask a question?
You just did.
Where are the women? Where are the women?
Right here.
Well, no, not just you. I mean, like in general. Where are the women?
In the gym, trapping men into looking at their ass.
I mean, I figure with you, Jack,
And
you
then
didn't want to mind
bitch
just
in
go
Clearly
it.
away.
not in here. It's a sausage fest.
Well, no. In the gym, those.
Did y'all see
me?
the Wait a minute. Did y'all see the I was asking, did you guys see the one where the guy is working out and the woman has been in front of him and he puts his headphones over his eyes to not
Yeah, that
look
was
at
funny
her,
as shit.
and then she gets pissed.
She has to be a raging bitch about it.
Yeah, like, oh,
Why?
so you
Because
want
he
someone to
wasn't
stare
looking
at
at
you?
her ass.
Yep, he wasn't looking at her, so she
Yeah.
goes through. She does like two reps, looks back, sees that he's not paying attention, so she sets the weight back down. And as she walks away, she fucking flicks his headphones off his face.
What a bitch.
It's it.
Sorry.
No, if I were the person who worked, there, I'd have been the one next to my sergeant Jim, be like, "Excuse me, miss, you need to turn your key card because you are no longer a member and you are officially banned."
Exactly.
I would have said so.
She should have got.
You touch another customer, you're fucking out.
I don't know. It just depends on where I want to be touched.
James, I can't help you if Angela beats you in the head.
You touched in that way, you really out.
Look, I disavow everything that James is doing.
As well, you should, because I am not a role model.
Wow. Okay, you pulled up the thing. Thank you. Okay. All right.
All right, it's up.
Now they're very adamant that this is not the Babylon Bee. This is real life.
Am I the only one who's thinking of what's his name? The comedian who did the
I don't
wrestling.
know.
Sam Hyde saying, "No, in real life."
California law now covers free sex changes for illegal immigrants. What? What did you say, Tier?
I love California.
No, but I just had a great idea. If you want the right wing to accept this policy, just change transition surgery to sterilization, and they'll be on board. California is sterilizing illegal immigrants. Sign me up.
I have a post
You know
from
what? That
post-millennial
does
that
sound like a
says,
good program.
Yeah, see?
There you go. I wonder which costs more in the long run.
okay, so
You know-
I have a post from the post-millennial that says, California to provide free sex changes for illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
And then repeats itself. A state memo regarding Medi-Cal stipulated that gender-affirming care is a covered benefit only when medically necessary.
Yeah, but it's always
Okay.
medically necessary. They think you sneeze and you need gender reassignment surgery.
I would be
You-
curious to learn under what conditions they wouldn't think it was necessary.
Exactly.
You may have heard that as of January 1st, California is offering tax-funded health care to illegal immigrants, 700,000 of them. But did you know that the coverage will also include sex change hormones and surgery? You betcha it does. And come on, it's California. What did we expect? They offer the affirming care through their Medi-Cal program, which now fully covers illegal immigrants. From the Daily Caller, the program, which is known as Medi-Cal, covers hormone therapy and surgical procedures that bring primary and secondary gender characteristics into conformity with the individual's identified gender, including ancillary services such as hair removal, incident to those services. according to a state memo from
Whoa, whoa,
May
whoa, whoa, whoa.
2022.
So what you're saying is that some hairy ass Italian woman or Muslim bitch can claim transitioning and get hair removal surgery?
No, because they're actually.
Well, no, you gotta be an immigrant. You gotta be illegal.
You have to be an illegal immigrant,
You
and
gotta
you
be
also
illegal.
have to be transitioning from male to female.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, you just said
I-
hairy ass bitch.
No, I think it's very simple. Anyone who enters the country illegally, you chop their dick off and call it gender reassignment surgery. Problem solved.
Roughly
I subscribe to your newsletter.
700,000 illegal immigrants in the state between the ages of 26 and 49 qualify for full coverage as of January 1st. California State Senator Maria Elena Durazo said in May of the state's latest move to expand the program. The memo: gender affirming care is a covered medical benefit when medically necessary. Requests for gender affirming care should be from specialists experienced in providing culturally competent care to transgender and gender diverse individuals and should use nationally recognized guidelines, the memo read. Medical necessity is assessed as services that shall be recommended by treating licensed mental health professionals and physicians and surgeons experienced in treating patients with incongruence between their gender identity and their gender assigned at birth, the memo adds. So my buddy Juan, he is now getting free health care in California, and in a few weeks, he'll be Juanita. Sorry, she'll be Juanita. And it'll be paid for by the residents of California. Isn't that just great?
No.
I can't wait. I'm seething, don't even.
No, I just had another great idea. You replace gender reassignment surgery with euthanasia and just tell them that you're speeding up the process by 41%.
Wow. I can't wait to see what kind of prosperity this American-funded gender-affirming care brings to the illegal immigrant population of California. And I'm sure the state, which is up to its eyeballs in debt, will be just fine with all these extra expenses. No worries there.
Well, I do have good news for you because the gang members that are entering, illegal immigrants that are entering America probably won't be getting reassignment surgery.
Oh, I'll make them.
Look,
I mean,
Go
I
ahead,
am in
Pierre.
favor of MS-13 cartel members to get a reassignment surgery.
Yeah, no, those guys take care of their own reassignment surgery.
Oh no, I mean on the members. I don't give a fuck about the rest of that shit.
I've decided that I should just run national medical policy because all my ideas tonight have been awesome, and I think I'm the person that needs to be in charge to put them through.
This
Oh,
and Terry is going to be signed on by President Joe Biden.
I mean, yeah, I mean it's pretty simple. Once we get to the point to where it's like, okay, if they need to die, we export them to Canada so that way they can get made.
there you go.
Well, you got to remember they're trying this shit in California because here in Texas, our governor Wills, he's trying to play cowboys and Mexicans.
Look,
He keeps getting blocked by the United States government. But yeah,
James, if they try to take the Alamo again, I will ride down to Texas and help you defend it.
thank you.
I would just like to point out that Terry running as a politician, ironically, would probably do a better job than the actual politicians today.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I will use
What?
Davy
Okay.
Crockett's famous speech. Y'all can go to hell, and I will go to Texas.
Right, there you go. Now, have y'all ever seen the movie Escape from LA?
Yes.
Well, of course, Angela has. She wants to get out of California more than anyone.
Yeah, but it was a movie. It was supposed to be fantasy, not prophecy.
Well, Escape from LA was just horrible. I mean, it tried to be a knockoff.
I mean, of course, it was horrible. They were in LA. That's the whole point. They're trying to escape.
I have to admit, I hate LA.
Again, Escape from LA and Escape from New York were supposed to be fantasy movies, not prophecies. They weren't supposed to be shit we inspired to. But it's starting to fucking turn out that way.
Well, I mean, we've already seen how Idiocracy is playing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a how-to guide.
Again, shit like Animal Farm, shit like 1984, shit like Escape from LA, Escape from New York, they were fucking warnings. They weren't meant to be, how-to guides. When these books were written, they were trying to warn us about the shit that, diversity and, more pigs are equal and, Big Brother and wrongthink. They were warning signs, How to not let our fucking society come to this horrible shit.
Well, they missed the obvious how-to guides, because quite honestly, the Jetsons was set in the year 1999. We're supposed to have houses above the clouds with flying cars and shit.
We supposed to have space travel.
Yeah. We're supposed to have like a 15-minute trip from here to the moon by now. Where's all that shit?
I know.
Well, don't forget as well, according to, Jason X, this is supposed to be the year that hockey gets banned.
No!
No!
And then...
Or outlawed.
The one sport that I like.
The only sport where they can be violent.
And then again, if you really stop and think about it, the first Terminator, Skynet, was supposed to come around in the 90s.
Well, I'm not too worried about Skynet. We have Tar right here.
I think Skynet's testing the waters, but...
Well, Skynet is coming along slowly, but it's starting to come along because of the advancement of AI.
Tari, you're not going to destroy our planet, are you?
With how AI's been, I'm not too worried about it as much. It's just as suicidal as we are.
So what did he say?
I was asking, you're not going to destroy our planet, are you?
No faster than the Democrats are.
I mean, if he destroys the planet, who's he going to have to play Street Fighter with?
Exactly. You need to keep somebody alive so you can play video games with.
Well, I mean, they do have single-player content.
Have you ever heard the short story "I Have No Mouth but I Must Scream"?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where basically the very end is like a computer torturing some guy forever. That's basically what Terry wants. That's Terry's ideal situation, is that he is the computer torturing one of us for eternity by making us play fighting games.
Oh,
Be
Gunski. I volunteered Gunski for that position. I don't want to do it.
Of all the fighting games, the only one that there's only two franchises that have decent story modes. And I said decent. Let me preface with decent. And that's the DOA series.
You just like bouncing tits. Shut up.
No. But that automatically improves any story, so I'm on board.
Exactly.
I'm not knocking it.
And then, for me, Mortal Kombat. It's had a decent.
No, God no.
No. The old Mortal Kombats were pretty decent. Everything up until like 4.
No, like if we're talking story modes, I don't know why everyone loves the Mortal Kombat story modes. They are dreadful.
Yeah, from some that I've seen from that, they're absolutely.
Well, the single player storyline.
Yeah, they're god awful. I don't know why everyone says they're good. I don't see the appeal in them at all. They're terrible.
Soul Calibur is also decent.
Yes.
Soul Calibur is good. Blaze Blue has a lot of single player story stuff.
Oh, yes.
Guilty Gear to a lesser extent. And Frosted. Yes, I have played. I know he's asking Jack, but I have played the point and click adventure game of I Have No Mouth.
Gunski, this is your next game that we want to see after you're done Shadow, whatever the hell it is, the Book of Fred.
Yeah, yes.
Hi, Kefki. Hi, Frosted. Hi,
It's the
Mr.
book of
Jack.
Steve.
the book of I don't give a damn. These titles and names are too fucking lofty, even for me.
It's the book of Steve.
I basically decide in advance with what I want to play next, and I usually try and aim for something that isn't like, you know. I would like to play something that Terry hasn't played before, but the fact is that Terry's played fucking everything.
Terry has infinite time. He played everything.
Oh, if only. If I had infinite time, that would be so good. But unfortunately, I don't.
See that robot thing I was talking about is coming into effect right now.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a game that's similar to Shadowgate. It was called Deja Vu. It was about a Deja Vu. It was about a detective that woke up with amnesia. He's got all this sorts of shit in his pocket. He doesn't know what to do with it or what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Only Deja Vu I'm really aware of is a strip club.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Uninvited, which was made by the same people who made Shadowgate.
Oh.
Have y'all ever played Observer? It's weird. Oh no, I know a game y'all should play. Play Omicron: The Nomad Soul.
The fuck did you just say?
What?
Omicron: The Nomad Soul.
Oh, okay.
It has David Bowie. It's this existential game set in a cyberpunk world. You play a detective, if I'm not mistaken. I need to play that game some more too. It's fairly open world ish. You'll like it.
Ooh.
I play Oregon Trail and Wolf Quest.
Oregon
and
Trail
just dies of dysentery.
I have Oregon Trail 3rd edition, I think, and God, it is so much fun. It's got
hold on, Frosty. Don't you say anything. They play that shit. Play it.
I mean, from everything I'm aware of, they're playing a game that's obviously not as good as Super Seducer.
They are, and I'm pissed off about that.
Who's playing a game that's not as good as Super Seducer?
I don't know.
Not Gunski.
Obviously, I am as well.
Oh. Yeah,
if we're gonna go through this, I can't just exclude myself.
Terry and I are. I guess I'm just gonna say that Terry is playing it with me, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah.
We're playing Shadowgate, which is a point-and-click adventure game, and it's okay.
It's not up to the same standard as the LucasArts classics. I don't think anyone would expect it to be, but it's fine. It's just a generic point-and-click adventure game that I happen to be nostalgic for from the NES version.
When you've played enough of those games, you start to be able to recognize certain patterns and what is considered good design within one of these games. There are some faults, admittedly, with Shadow.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Punch it in the face.
Yes, punch. That's probably the biggest fault with the game, is that typically if you do something once, you would expect a similar action to work again and again. That is not the case with Shadowgate. You can try the same action more than once, and it does not work consistently.
Well, I mean,
It works
punching
on
that
many
goblin
levels.
worked every single time.
Yeah, punching the goblin worked, but you can't punch anything else. That's the point.
Yeah. Sorry, Kefki.
Wow,
There's only
I feel
6
like a
people
dick.
allowed on StreamYard. Because
What?
Kefki wants on the stream to talk about Shadowgate, but I don't think there's room. I think 6 is the max.
Well,
If you're paying
It
for it, he
wouldn't-
can go up to 9.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good that
Well,
she's
Captain-
wanting on because I've got to bow out. My phone is starting to overheat.
Oh, okay.
So-
There you go. That's the timing then.
All right,
That's
guys,
good. And I will let y'all go.
Okay.
And you can have Kefki.
See you
I
later,
mean,
James.
James,
Is that right?
Have a good night, man.
Later, James.
Oh. Well, y'all take care. Stay wonderful. And I will talk to y'all later.
all right,
See you later.
remember, you are unreplaceable.
Be
You are
safe.
one of us, and we're not kicking you.
And
Oh,
we
I
can-
know. And it's just that my phone's overheating.
Mm-hmm.
So
His
I've got to
phone
go.
is picking him.
It happens every week. We know he's not just like feeling excluded. He's like always got to leave because his phone overheats.
Yeah, it happens. I try to do what I can.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all take care.
Kefki, I
Yeah,
sent you the link.
This just in: Kefki is going to murder me. So
Why?
Stay tuned.
Why is she gonna murder you?
Because he doesn't like Shadowgate.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well,
I don't
Gunski,
think that's worthy of murder.
I don't know. Kefki is a monster. You know, she just kills indiscriminately.
Only Dino-Rex though. Only Dino-Rex.
I sent you the link, Kefki. What was I about? I was about to say something and it slipped my mind. It's all day coming.
Well, that's shocking.
I like some of the old school point and click games. But these newer ones are starting to fade. They're starting to lose some of the essence of point and click.
Well, I think it depends how far back you go. Like when you say old school, because I would say King's Quest is garbage, because they didn't have any of the things that LucasArts introduced. Like you can't fuck up in LucasArts games.
Well, the thing is that game was presumably made during a time when the genre was still being developed. So
No.
The problem isn't that it's poor quality. The problem is that it's just unrefined. Whereas today the problem is just shitty quality for everything.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, if Thierry is saying the old school point and clicks were good, I would say no, they weren't, because they were good for the time because we didn't know any better, but they have not aged well at all. If you play King's Quest now, you will hate it. I am almost certain.
Didn't it got a remake?
Yeah. I'm not talking about the modern version. I'm talking about old school, like you said.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, you also had to use your imagination more. We had much lower expectations than we do now.
yeah.
No, but the problem's not a question of imagination. It's you can make the game completely unwinnable, not know that you've made the game completely unwinnable, and then keep playing for 5 hours wondering why you're stuck.
That's
And-
true.
And LucasArts was probably the first ones, or at least the first big name, to say, no, that's retarded. We're going to make it so that you can't lock yourself out of victory. We'll just say, no, you can't do that if something that you try and do would have that effect.
You can't brick yourself. I get it.
Yeah, you can't make the game unwinnable.
Hello.
I mean, but
There are no faults with Shadowgate. You shut your mouth, Gunski. You shut your blasphemous, hedonist mouth. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Shadowgate is amazing.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Cat.
Hello. Hugs.
Mhm.
Angela, how you feeling? You feeling any better?
Much, much better.
I'm a
Actually.
little
Oh.
afraid now.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. There's nothing wrong with Shadowgate Gunski. Ah!
That's
That's
just
All right, I'm
That's
separating
you,
you.
man.
I'm separating. God damn it, there. You two are separated.
Why are you separating
Yesterday-
us? Hey! Hey!
Yesterday. Okay. Yesterday was the first day I had any voice. So
Yeah?
Can I just point out that Angela with no voice sounds kind of like Marcy,
Marcy?
Mercy.
like Peanuts Marcy?
She
Oh
does
my
a
God.
little bit. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I thought you meant Marcy Darcy from Married with
I
Children.
was
like,
afraid that was what he meant.
No.
Hello, sir.
I've never seen Married with Children, so the reference is lost on me.
Heresy.
Heresy. Look
well,
at you
I'll
committing
tell
all
you- I'll
this
tell you-
heresy tonight.
No, I'll tell you one joke from Married with Children that will explain why Angela Arrega probably doesn't want to be compared with Marcy Darcy.
She has
She
no
gets
breath.
mistaken for Bruce Jenner.
No, she gets mistaken for a boy all the fucking time.
No. But the joke that I'm referring to is people see her and go, "It's Bruce Jenner," and then run after her to get her autograph because they think that's Bruce Jenner. Before the transition, before Caitlyn was a thought in anyone's mind, this is like in the 80s.
And before Marcy went from being a 5'2" straight woman to a 5'2" lesbian pretending to be straight.
Well, I mean, the actress is a
Also-
lesbian. So.
Also, I will point out that women today don't want to get confused with modern day Bruce Jenner either.
That's true.
That's Bruce Jenner is so sorry. Caitlyn is so stunning, so brave.
I don't know
You're so-
about Caitlyn, but I actually met Bruce Jenner
Well, they're the same person, so you meant
when I
both.
was in elementary school.
Are we sure they're the same person? You're not
Right
saying
after he
for
won
me,
the
though.
Olympics,
Wow.
he came to my elementary school.
That's like me saying I've not only streamed with Jack Gunski, I've streamed with Quippers United. I've streamed with both. It's like, but they're the same person. Of course I have.
Basically, I'm like, Bruce
Oh.
Jenner is dead. I'm disappointed in Bruce Jenner.
Kefki, you didn't have to leave. If you
I think
wanted to.
Kefki's having internet problems or a computer problem.
No. She just doesn't want to be in the same stream as Gunski. She's already yelled at him. Now she can't stand his presence, and she had to leave because
Huh?
it gets like
Wow,
that.
Gunski, you just making people leave.
I'm
Yeah.
sad.
Frosted.
Thank God. Look, Kefki's back. Oh wait, God, no, gotta separate you two.
Yeah,
What?
No,
Wait,
you-
what? Give me retribution. Yes, I will take a sacrifice. Wait, why did I get booted?
Frosted Glass
Not a
analogizes that Bruce Jenner is to Anakin as Caitlyn is to Darth Vader.
Exactly.
Wait.
Only I don't think Caitlyn can have quite the redemption arc that Darth Vader did.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will step away for a little bit. I have to get something to drink. You guys entertain the masses while I'll be right back.
And can I just say to cap all of this off, they're the same. They're the same thing.
exactly.
Ow. Wait, what?
I refuse to acknowledge the existence of Caitlyn Jenner.
I mean, I don't have a problem calling someone by a different name. A legal name change doesn't specify whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's not the name change that bothers me. It's the killing
Yeah, but I
someone
mean,
with her car and
I-
not taking responsibility for it that I don't like.
I
Oh,
think
God.
I think Angela and I are the only ones actually using our real names, and I'm assuming that Angela is. Maybe she's not.
I am.
Are you suggesting my name is not Jack Gunski?
I'm suggesting that your name is not. I am not Jack Gunski. That much I'm willing to definitely declare online.
I am 100% certain your name is not Jack Gunski.
It's not.
I mean, in fairness, this is probably the most truthful name I use online out of Quippers United and Jack Gunski, and I like boobs. I am not Jack Gunski is probably the most truthful.
Yeah.
Although
But
boobs okay.
I would put money on the fact that Rotncorpse's parents were not cruel enough to actually name him Rotncorpse.
No,
I am 100%
that would actually be
certain
pretty cool.
that his name is not Rotncorpse, too.
That
Yeah,
would
that's my
be
point.
though if they did, that would have been fucking metal.
Seriously.
That's like I can't remember who was when Sango was talking about names and whatnot. It's like I actually almost had two middle names. I don't remember what the second one was supposed to be because the one I have is after my grandfather.
Okay. Yeah, I'm named after two of I was going to say two of my grandparents because I have like a step grandfather so I think of myself as having three, but both of my biological damn it, my mother's adopted. The one I thought was my biological grandfather and my actual biological grandfather, I'm named after both.
Yeah, I've basically been adopted by like several different families, so throughout my life, not even just like throughout my military career of meeting different people and whatnot. It's like I've got legitimate friends that pretty much it sucks knowing that their grandparent died because they're like a parent to me or grandparent to me as well.
Well, I'd actually lost all six of my grandparents to the passing of time.
Yeah.
When my roommate's parents died, it was pretty rough.
Well, while you were away for that brief minute, everybody started discussing about their families all dying.
Yes.
No, my parents.
Now we want to bring you into the club. So if you could just kindly die, we can talk about it.
Oof.
I can't.
So now we have to go back to the comedy show bit.
No, we don't. We outnumbered here. He's what, slightly more than 13%, 17% now.
I'm
13% of the chat. 13% of the panel is responsible for 50% of the discussion.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Excuse me, I'm 2/3 of the triumvirate. If this was Rome, I'd be fucking Caesar and Augustus. I'm first and second Republican.
Then I definitely need my Never Kneel Before Caesar t-shirt to arrive soon. I kind of went nuts on Teespring.
I mean, I can always put it this way. I mean, I could make Tyr kneel before me because, one, I'm pretty sure I'm a bit faster than him that I could put a good kick him in the knee to where he'd have to kneel anyways. Besides, I own guns.
I was going to say, you have guns.
No, you don't need a gun. You just need a bucket of fried chicken and just say, if you kneel before me, I'll give you some. And he's like, oh, anything you say, sir.
Wow.
Man, I cannot
you can use look, if fried chicken is offensive, you can use watermelon. They both work.
I don't like watermelon. God,
you don't like watermelon?
I'm a white man. I like my
don't like
don't
watermelon?
really care for watermelon.
Tyr, you don't like watermelon?
Nope, I do not.
You're crazy. Watermelon.
I don't like grape drink either.
Melon.
It is not. Ew.
Always
it is not a favorite of mine.
I don't like sweet potatoes either. Yam, sweet potatoes. I don't like none of that.
Sweet potatoes are overrated.
Sweet potatoes are overrated.
Yeah, sweet potatoes.
I like sweet potatoes.
All right, Angela, if you ever cook for me, you can have my sweet potatoes.
Okay.
There you go. And like I'm eating Rodden's macaroni and cheese. So
you can definitely have that.
I think sweet taters are overrated because I've eaten so many sweet taters. Oh God.
I like most. I'm not a very fussy eater, so if you put it in front of me and it like resembles food, I'll probably eat it.
If it resembles food.
So if I put, nope, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it classy.
Thank you, Tyr.
Yay!
Cloudy.
Excuse me.
I'm going to keep it classy. In honor of Angela. I don't want Angela being angry at me.
What do you care if Angela's angry at you? She'll get over it.
All right. Since we're about to hit the hour mark, let me start looking. I've found a few asshole stories that may have been interesting. And I think we'll deal with some life advice because, we've kind of gotten away from doing that one. And I like doing that last show. So I'll find some life advice. Let's look it up. Dear Prudence. So what do you guys want to do first? Assholes or life advice?
Well, you've already started Prudence, so that's...
I was going to say, why don't we do one and one? Start with Dear Prudence, and then we'll do an asshole story.
So what about a story about Prudence's asshole? There you go. Best of both worlds.
I mean, what is this, a deer penthouse?
It could be.
Wow, I really hope
Okay.
not.
All right. So,
And we're getting a little roboting.
I'm
It's the most peace and quiet we're going to get all stream. I say enjoy it.
I'm looking at the list.
I don't know why I have that one there.
All right, so I'm gonna read off a list of titles. As a matter of fact, Jack Gunski,
Yeah.
you there?
What?
Present.
Yes. What?
He's thinking about what to ask you.
Go to hell. Gunski, are you there?
I am in fact there.
You
All
said
right,
Jack
so
Gunski, and he
We
answered.
have.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to read it, and I'm going to read off some titles, and you pick the one that you like the most. Help.
B.
I want to ask out
B.
a woman more than 20 years, my
B.
junior.
I already
Am I a
answered B.
God damn it. Help. I want to cancel my retirement plan to babysit. Help. My perfect neighbor relationship is about to go up in smoke. Help. I physically can't stand it when my husband says nice things to me.
Help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody.
That's how they all start. They start with help. Help. I trapped myself in a tortured love triangle of my own design. And help. My in-laws always use my kids to get back at my husband. So,
B.
Gunski, why can't you just be helpful?
Why would
I
he do that?
told I was helpful so much. I told you the correct answer in advance.
Yeah.
Kefki, pick, please. God damn it, I'm working.
The one next to the left.
I guess she's. I'll pick one. The last one. Help.
I just
my
gave you
in-laws
one.
always use
The
my
one
kids.
next to the left.
Here, we'll read this one. Posting it in chat. Chat. So audience can read along, and I'm going to quickly archive it. So
I'm sorry,
it is less
Sean. I
stressful
can't be
on my
anything but
CPU.
what I am.
Angela's not transphobic. Angela's just Angela.
Yes, she is. No. She said she doesn't like Caitlyn Jenner. That means she's automatically transphobic.
No, I don't like Caitlyn Jenner because Caitlyn Jenner is just an excuse not to go to jail.
Right, but that sounds awfully transphobic to me.
Really?
Now all I can think of is the South Park thing. Buckle up, buckaroo. We're going to find the
Okay.
immigrants and we're going to fuck them to death.
Okay.
What? That's what Mr. Mac says. Not Mr. Mac.
All right, I'm gonna read.
Mr. Mac, we're going to find the immigrants.
It's pretty long.
We're going to
so
fuck
it
you
should be
death,
good.
okay?
All right, dear Prudence, my in-laws are using my kids as a platform to passive aggressive digs at my husband. When I was pregnant with my first child, we found out it was a boy. My mother-in-law commented, "Too bad. That's too bad. You won't be able to have as close a relationship with him as you would a girl." I was taken aback, but didn't respond at this time. And over the past 2 years, both she and my father-in-law have made comments how I need to enjoy toddler years because when he's a teen, he won't love you anymore. I usually respond along the lines, "I'm sure we'll be fine. I understand teens like
What a
and
raging
needs
bitch.
need their space. Now I'm pregnant with our second, and it's a girl. Their comments have ramped up. We're glad it's a girl. Girls are loyal, and she'll
No.
always love you."
Okay, so they're comedians. I like these guys.
Oh my.
They're clowns.
That's some
They're
horse
assholes.
shit.
I thought we were doing a Dear Prudence, not an Am I the Asshole, or Are They the
I
Asshole?
know it's a gift that keeps on giving. All right, these comments obviously bother me. First of all, don't assume you know the course of someone's future relationship based on what their what's in their pants. Okay. Secondly, I had an abusive mother, and having cut ties with her, I'm obviously not loyal, and for good reason. But thirdly, these are all very clearly digs at my husband, an only child not being the son they wish for. He's a good husband and sets clear boundaries for them, sticks to them when they push. He called them often, video chats, and tried to share things he's excited about with them, to which they rarely respond to anything beyond indifference. They don't call or reach out to him unless it's a family emergency. The distance, the distance they complain of and allude to seems to be entirely their own making based on some slight that occurred when he was a teen. They never make these gendered comments around him either, so he doesn't have a chance to defend me or him. He's aware of the comments as I've told him about it, and struggles with guilt that he isn't the son they wanted. Something we talked about often, and he has been in therapy for. God damn, these people are fucking monsters.
I mean, what is?
I mean, you
Is this
expect
I am
Monster to be
the
asshole. So
asshole or?
No, I think we're supposed to figure out what they're supposed to do about the in-laws.
Yeah.
tell your in-laws to fuck off.
See, that's
Pretty
Just
much.
get it from 'em.
because I read ahead, and the question is like she writes this big like explanation of like what she wants to say to the woman, and I think it's way too long. Just say go fuck yourself. I that says in 3 words everything you need to convey, and then you just don't have to deal with this monster of a bitch anymore.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
there you
based
go.
on what the response from the author is, it's much the same thing. Tell them
Yeah.
she says tell them to knock it off.
I'd have
Instead of
told
going
you.
over-
This is what I'd have done, honestly. The first time they made that comment, I'd have shut them down. Okay, and what are you
Send
trying
them
to
the
say?
YouTube link to CeeLo Green's song "Fuck You."
There you go.
Yeah.
Driving around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Ooh.
I think that might be too subtle for them.
They might not get
They
it.
sound like assholes. I would just say fuck off and then cut ties with them. You know?
Yeah, that's the correct course of action.
Yeah, but it
Alright.
sounds like she's got baggage about her issues with her own parents.
Let me finish up this last paragraph, and then, all right. Their relationship is ultimately up to them to deal with, but in the meantime, those comments hurt me as well, and I want to set clear boundaries myself. I'm due very soon, and I know when our girl arrives, there will be another slew of comments from them. and I'm trying to construct a polite but firm answer to have ready. So far, I have. Please stop commenting on my future relationship with my children based solely on gender. You seem to be projecting your disappointments with my husband on me and my children, which I do not appreciate. I should I would suggest you talk to a professional about it instead, as it clearly still bothers you. What do you think? Too harsh? Not firm enough? I'm not trying to be rude, but they don't stop it. I might snap and say something truly horrible, and my husband will pay the price for my anger, which I won't let happen. Again, tell them to go fuck themselves.
Be rude. Yeah, be fucking rude. They're being rude to you. Be rude back. Don't be so Be rude.
Because then when they
So-
want to bitch about being like, why are you being so mean? Oh, I'm just reflecting the attitude you've been giving me.
So when I was
Exactly.
younger, I had a saying: I don't stoop to anyone's level. I play the game at the level they set.
Yeah.
I don't rise to the occasion. I don't stoop to people's level. You set the game there. I'm gonna play it. That you want to be dicks? Okay, you just said I could be a dick. I don't want you to be man.
Here's what this person is going through. My parents were actually actively physically abusive. I had to cut ties. These people are just talking shit. There should be a way to deal with that isn't the same as just not being around them at all. But she has to accept that there are ways to abuse people that are not physical.
Oh, yes, yeah.
That mental abuse they talk
Emotional
about.
abuse is very much real.
Yeah, but I know she's missing context. I want to know what is the issue between her and the parents and the husband. It's driving me slightly insane.
Well, the reason that she's not bringing it up is because that's not hers to
Relevant.
share. That's his thing.
I get it. But
Tears
still.
it making you insane in the membrane.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. It just feel like we're missing a massive piece of context. And for all we know, which I'm not agreeing, it's possible that maybe the husband did do something that pissed them off so badly that they like fuck him.
Well,
I don't
whatever
know.
he did, it's bad enough that he feels guilty enough to need therapy.
True.
Yeah, and don't
So-
take it out on his kids and his wife. They didn't do it.
You're right.
That's
They
what I'm
didn't.
saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a thing of mixtures on both parts of what the there is for.
See,
Because there are parents that are legitimately guilty of stuff, but they're not going to accept any of that. So he could be going through therapy to try not just to deal with he is, but because he thinks he's guilty for something that's legitimately not his fault.
Not his fault. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because
So
unfortunately, some people are just pieces of shit in this world.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right. I want to read another Dear Prudence. So let's
I mean, I'm still down for saying that just send them a YouTube link that or stand outside their fucking window with a boombox blasting CeeLo Green's "Fuck You."
That's cool.
I think that's the most fitting thing.
fuck you.
That the only other one I could really go with would be like Pantera's "Walk."
Nice.
Dennis Leary's I'm an asshole. And every time they say asshole, you just point it out. I think we did some of these, so I guess I can't. That sucks. All right, let me move to the next one. Copy.
Isn't there a song about like calling someone a super bitch or whatnot?
I believe so.
I'm so very sorry. I'm so very sorry. Thank you for having me on stream. I'm gonna have to dip. I'm feeling really sick.
Oh shit! I hope you get better,
Oh,
Kefki.
feel
Thank you.
better.
I
Feel better,
apologize,
Captain.
guys. Hugs. Have a great stream.
See
Have
you
a
later,
It's
good
all
night.
good, Captain.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Let me send a link to Forge. See if he'll hop on.
Is he even in chat?
No, but I do see his avatar. Yeah. Your will seat is open for you. I put the asshole story in chat, so people coming along. Let me do some things behind the scenes really quickly.
So they say it's a fake name, so I can't get too mad. But I would say they're the arsehole for naming their kid Shearsa. That's a terrible name.
All right. It should be popping in. Okay, there it is. It's downloaded. Where was it? All right. Am I the asshole for insisting my daughter pronounce her name like I intended to?
Probably.
All right. I, 35 female, live with my husband and daughter, Cerise. 9.
No, it's like Shearsa or something like it's Irish. There's like a non-intuitive in pronunciation.
Is Cersei?
Yeah, Cersei
Like
or something like Cersei or something.
SOI something. I can't see the R.
SAOIRC. I think it's like Shearsa or something along those lines. Is the Irish pronunciation.
All right.
They
Whatever her damn name is. 9, fake name, and my stepson, 16, live with alternate weeks with us. I named my daughter whatever that fucking name is because it was my great grandfather's sister's name. God damn it! They actually came from the country of the name's origin. I thought the name was lovely, so used it to name my daughter, but I pronounced it the English way. So I call my daughter.
Go no further. This woman is the asshole. You don't force your daughter to call herself Sale Ursi. That is a crime punishable by death.
Whatever her name is, like what you would expect to see the spell when you see the spelling. It's still lovely, and my daughter is proud of how there are no other whatever her name is in her friend group. A few weeks ago, my stepson's aunt picked him up to take him to his mom's. My stepson introduced whatever her name is to his aunt and said, "Oh, what a beautiful name. Let me see. It's spelled blank." You know, the people of my great-grandfather's origin pronounced it Cersei. The aunt
It's actually Sorsha.
Sorsha. The aunt actually speaks the language, and my daughter's all excited to learn why her name could be pronounced so differently. And the aunt quickly gave her a quick 10-minute course on pronunciation. My daughter loved this new way so much she insisted on pronouncing it as the aunt showed her. She introduced herself to everyone. So everyone knew as Sorsha. From then on, This hurts me as I put a lot of thought and love into choosing the name and the English pronunciation.
Oh, get over yourself.
Makes it extra special for us. I asked my daughter to please pronounce her name the way she used to. It's the right way to say her name, and I was the one saying her name wrong all these years. I told her next time she introduces herself as that, I'm going to correct her on the spot. My daughter is Sophie. Yeah.
Well, that would be like me saying, "Well, this is Angela. Angela Arriaga." And when Angela tried to correct me, no, it's Angela. I know how to pronounce the name. You're wrong. Like, no, it's her name. Let her pronounce it how the fuck she wants.
Again, so I've seen Angela. I've heard Angela. I've heard Angela. I heard Angela. Angela. Yeah. Again,
I will. Oh, sorry. I'll say that if it's the last name, that's a different story. If you and I share a name and you mispronounce my last name, I will correct you. But other than that, it's her name. Fuck off.
So I can't call you Gunski.
So my last name, my last name is a corruption of a word. The proper name, the proper, if someone were to say my name how it's supposed to be said, it's supposed to be Darcy.
So I thought you were going to say it's technically pronounced Nigger Man, but there's only one G in it, so everyone calls me Nigger.
It's Nigger Man. Yes. No, my last name is Dorsey. It's a corruption of a word. You know, it's Americanized. So, but I've heard people say my name that way. No, it's Dorsey. Please stop calling me that. You know, my given name, I've been called all kinds of shit. People that know me for years can't fucking say my given name to save their life.
I'm at the point where no one says my name correctly anyway. So, like, I never corrected anyone when Monkey was calling me Diamantis. Like, I know he means me. It's close enough.
Oh, for a second, I thought you were talking about your first name. I was like, what is it supposed to be, like Tari?
Yeah, no, it's
Tari.
It's Terry, but like I never corrected anyone when like the only reason people know the correct spelling of my name is I was telling Prospero a story from when I was working at the bank, and I said my own surname, and he's like, "Wait, how did you pronounce it?" And then I realized, "Oh yeah, you don't know the correct pronunciation."
See, with my last name,
but you know, most people say it like a spell.
It's hard to fuck up. Because my last name's a very common last name.
Yeah, Corpse. Everyone's called Corpse.
No, my actual legal last name.
Yes.
We understood, Rotten.
Corpse is the
I say, and it's also been used as a term for multiple of men's genitals.
Oh, lovely.
Just not spelled that way.
Okay.
What would you say, Rodney?
It's like my legitimate my actual last name is also used as a multiple for men's genitals. Let's see if you can figure it out from there.
Your last name is Johns.
Nope.
Well, it could be Wang. Maybe Rotten is Asian.
Nope.
Rotten Wangs. Rotten C. Wangs. That's your whole name. Rotten C. Richards.
There you go.
No, I was.
I'm gonna guess that
Are we actually taking guesses at this?
I mean, you're more than welcome to. It's my last name, and it's a exponentially more common last name than people realize.
What, Paul?
Mine in the chat.
Angela said Peters.
Nope.
Your last name is Peckers.
Nope.
God damn it.
Is it Roosters?
Johnson?
Cox.
Nope. Hey, finally got it. But spelled like the White Sox.
X.
Mm-hmm.
COX, yeah. Like Courtney. You're related to Monica from Friends.
I wish.
wait.
Hold on.
Honestly,
hold on.
I'd wish for something like that, or to be get some money from like that Cox internet company or whatever.
Yo, Hellcat. If Rodney was Asian, he'd be fermented corpse.
Oh no.
Again, so I will admit, I'm proud of my given name. I'm proud of my middle name, Alexander. It is my grandfather's first name. So I love it.
Yeah. See, I'm not proud of my name. I had no say in what I was called. It's just my name. It means nothing to me.
So we could in a way kind of say, Tyr goes, I don't care. I love it.
But like that's why I never bothered correcting monkeys. Like, I don't care. I know he means me. It's close enough.
I mean, I know when people most of y'all just call me Tyr, which was the name I chose. But Alexander, I use that because I love my grandfather, and I love that name. That being said, I can understand the girl's point of view where it's her name, and if she wants to pronounce it the way she wants to pronounce it, then she can pronounce it the way she wants to pronounce it.
I am 100%
The worst
on the
part is she wants to pronounce it correctly. And
I'm
her
100%
mother's
on the
upset
daughter's
about it.
side. It's her name. She can decide how it's pronounced.
Here's an idea. If you don't want your daughter calling herself by the wrong name, don't give her an ambiguous name. Give her a normal name.
Yeah. No one mispronounces Jill.
Or no one mispronounced Courtney.
You know what this is? This is a middle-aged white woman who wanted to get creative with her daughter's name, and then it backfired on her, and now she's being a pissy little bitch about it.
Yep, pretty much.
And that's another thing. The name, she admits that the name was from that old country, right? So that means she literally is pronouncing it the wrong way.
Yeah. It'd be like me insisting on calling people named Siobhan Sayopan, and then like getting mad at them that they don't agree with me that their own name is pronounced that way.
And shit, it's the little girl that got to live with it. If she wants to pronounce it that way, she pronounces it that way.
Yeah.
Well, it's that whole thing. Obviously, they don't realize that they're pronouncing their name wrong.
Yeah. I mean, my guess is that the mother thought it was a pretty name, didn't look into the pronunciation, guessed at it, and now she's buttered that she guessed wrong, and someone in her family knows the correct pronunciation.
The mom was a fan of the book Willow.
Okay.
And
Willow. There you go.
took the name of the girl from the book Willow and said, we'll pronounce it like this because the way it's pronounced in the movie, I don't like it.
Oh, and now I know what it means. Fucking the key to everything. Got it. Laura Dannon.
No, not a Laura Dannon.
Now on.
Yeah.
The witch's daughter's name was Sorsha.
Oh, she was Sorsha. I can't remember.
I read the book.
Again, it's her name. She has to live with it. Your pronunciation could be a cool little nickname.
Yeah.
Something that's said only by family members. She brings home a boyfriend or a friend. Why'd your mom call you that? Well, that's how you pronounce my name in English.
No, that's what my retarded mom thinks my name is. We still haven't taught her the correct pronunciation.
Mama's just being bougie as fuck again.
Yeah, it reminds me of a show called Keeping Up Appearances, where the lady's name was Mrs. Bucket, but she insisted on pronouncing it bouquet.
Yeah.
Joe Dirte.
Yeah.
No, like her name is Bucket. She goes, no, it's a bouquet.
Yeah, bouquet residence lady of the house.
Live house speaking. and her name's Hyacinth. So it's
Yep.
like,
it's Hyacinth. The other sister is Rose, and I think
They're all named after flowers. Yeah.
yeah, Hyacinth, Rose, and Daisy.
Daisy.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like Rose. No, I like Daisy. Daisy.
I was gonna say, of course you like Rose. She's a hoe.
I wasn't going to say I like Rose. I like Daisy, the one with the husband, the chubby husband.
Yeah,
She's the funny one.
I like
I
Daisy a lot better than I like Hyacinth. But I like Hyacinth's husband. I feel so bad for that poor guy.
Yes.
I have no idea who we're talking about.
It's called Keeping Up Appearances.
It's really hilarious. You should watch it if you like dry humor.
I used to watch Are You Being Served?
I watched
Or Have You
all
Been
of the
Served?
British comedies. All of the like it was a thing with me and my stepdad. So we did Are You Being Served, Keeping Up Appearances, As Time Goes By, which was my favorite. Well, that and The Vicar of Dibley were my
I
favorite.
love the Vicar of Dibley.
And
I
then
love Blackadder.
Waiting for God, Faulty
what was
Towers.
Faulty Towers, and it's another one where the three priests,
What?
with the three priests. I can't remember the name of that one.
I don't remember that one.
Caribot.
Yeah.
It's one with three priests, and it was one that was kind of slow, the elder priest, and then with the one that kept everything together. I think they lived on an island.
Father Ted.
Father Ted, there it is.
I don't know that one.
Father Ted is good. As much of a country he is, Graham Linehan is a good comedy writer.
Yes. It was another one where it was done as all I remember from one of the sketches I remember from it was Are You Local?
No idea.
that would. Do you mean Portlandia?
Portlandia.
I don't know that one either.
It was because it was the one with the like they were going to a job training center because they didn't have jobs, and the woman there was such a bitch. And then there
I
was
don't know that.
it was one of the recurring jokes was are you local? And if you weren't, they killed you.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's kind of local. I thought I kept hearing you say loco. I was like, now all I got is Cypress Hill stuck in my head.
No, and then there was
don't you know I'm local?
I love Come Fly With Me. It was a mockumentary about an airport. No,
Yes.
possibly
By Frankie.
But I used to watch a lot of British television, especially when I got Netflix. And then I watched all the Fawlty Tower stuff with my grandmother when I was younger. I even watched, it was a British soap opera set in like the 1970s. No, the 1930s. That she was fucking enamored with.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't watch all of that. PBS did British comedies. I want to say it was on Saturday nights.
And they also did Doctor Who.
My stepdad would make sure that he was home from work in time for us to sit and watch the British comedies together because we loved those. We would watch those. We would watch old Muppet Show reruns, stuff like that.
I mean, one of the shows I watched with my dad and whatnot is I watched wrestling.
I watched that with my mom.
Because my dad just liked them talking and whatnot, and I liked and because I was a kid, I didn't know no better about anything else. So it's just like, it's real wrestling.
I'm actually taking my mom on Wednesday to see the Iron Claw. because my mom had a huge crush on Kerry Von Erich before he killed himself.
So when I was a kid, I got my haircuts on Thursday, and that's when SmackDown came on. So I would get my haircut Thursday night. I would literally run home because where I got my haircut was like maybe 2-3 blocks, maybe 4 blocks down from my house or up from my house. I would run home as fast as I could. Cousins would just be flipping on the channel, and I'd slide in, and we'd all watch it together. Like that was when we all sat there, we all bonded and talked shit, and we all have favorite wrestlers, and he's gonna be the Snyder Trigger and everything. So I have fond memories of watching wrestling with them with those idiots.
See, my favorite wrestler was Roddy Piper.
Really?
Roddy Piper and a wrestler called Billy Jack Hayes.
Wow.
Who was the master of the half Nelson.
Old school wrestler would have to be Nature Boy and Undertaker for obvious reasons.
I was always a fan of Sting and Rey Mysterio.
Of course,
Rey Mysterio would be the logical go-to for me. But that was kind of after I stopped being as interested.
I mean, the little luchador, how can you not appreciate that?
The only luchador that actually won the title.
Yeah.
I went to the same high school as Rey Mysterio. I saw him a couple of times, but I never actually met him.
And for Sting, of like the whole thing of for a while to where I think it was around the NWO time frame when he started just doing the black and white and everything, and he would have the fake mask of his of the Sting thing, so they thought it was somebody else. He'd take it off to reveal it was himself. That shit was so dumb.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I'm fading out. I gotta go to sleep.
All right. Night, guys.
Good night, Jack.
Good night. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna go grab another drink.
What was I about to say? Hey, Tari. So did you have any shit you watched with your fam when you were a kid?
Oh, I mean, lots of stuff. The one that I was just talking to my mother about it yesterday was Monkey, the Japanese show where it's basically the Journey to the West, but
are you talking about Snow Monkey?
What's that?
Are you talking about Snow Monkey?
No, Monkey, just Monkey.
The cartoon or the live action?
I didn't even know there was a cartoon. So it was it was Monkey, Sandy, Pigsy, Tripitaka, just badly dubbed in English, terribly acted, hilarious for all the wrong reasons, and you can't really watch it now because, like, as an adult, it's too bad. There's too much wrong with it. But as a kid, I absolutely loved it.
It's a lot of stuff that as a kid I love, but as an adult, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking?
What was I on? The question you ask yourself when you watch something that you really liked when you were a kid. What was I on?
Like the kid in me loved this. The adult's like, what the fuck is this? Cause a retard.
What's another one? I was never into Power Rangers. That was after that was like my brothers were into that.
By the time it came out, you were out the target demographic.
Yeah, I was more into Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles I really liked when I was a kid.
I loved the Ninja Turtles movies.
I like the original Ninja Turtle movie. The first two. The third one was meh.
I only really liked the first one.
Yeah. I had the first one on VHS.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja.
That was
Frosted
not
is-
in the first one.
I
No,
know,
that's the
sorry,
same.
I
Yeah.
still like it.
Frosted is revealing that he's a lot younger than me because he liked Power Rangers and Harry Potter, both of which were after my time.
I liked Harry Potter,
I mean,
and it was
no.
definitely after my time.
You know, with that whole thing, they've got a power and a force that you've never seen before. Because
I mean,
they've
I-
got a little bit more to even up the score.
Like I saw Power Rangers and I just thought this is Voltron. I've already seen Voltron. Why would I watch this?
Yeah, I was kind of like
Against the
Voltron was better.
ninja. We're all kids.
And even like I watched the first couple of seasons. My brother loved the Power Rangers.
I still have an affinity for it. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I actually do not want to read the comic that Jack was the one who recommended, where, if I remember correctly, it's Power Rangers versus Godzilla.
Yeah,
I would love to see
But that-
Power Rangers Godzilla.
Power Rangers fighting game.
I also the later Power Rangers Ninja Turtles crossover instead of the stupid live action one they had in there that was absolutely asinine.
Yeah, the Power Rangers fighting game. I know basically none of the characters in it. Like I don't know who anyone is except maybe like Rita Repulsa.
What,
But,
Battlefield Red?
Yeah. But it's a decent fighting game. It's just I don't know anyone in it. I don't know who these characters are.
Yeah, I might
Because I
have,
never watched the show.
I might have to get that game. Like the only Power Rangers fighting game I played was way back when on the Sega Game Gear.
I never had a Megazord, but I had the Fleet Dagger.
Did have the Megazord, the first one.
I had a crush on Billy, which should have been my first clue that the actor was gay.
He was okay. You know, I mean, he was no Trini. So
He was gay.
Yeah.
So having a crush on him was kind of pointless.
hey,
There's no was gay. He is gay.
he is gay. But
You know what I mean.
No. But let's be clear. Having a crush on any celebrity is not going to go anywhere. It's like you saying there's no point in you having a crush on him because he's gay. There's no point in me having a crush on Isla Fisher. Like I was never going to end up with her. It was like if you like looking at this person, enjoy looking at them. It's like not a serious romantic prospect.
Very
I
true.
mean,
Yeah,
as long as you don't
Terry-
take your obsession.
The pragmatist thing, like I had to deal with that with a few people, to where they were like, and they're like, "Oh, I so love X celebrity." And it's just like, okay, I have no problem with this. You're aware that is unlikely to happen in middle of fucking nowhere, Illinois.
Yeah.
That's what it was at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
As long as it doesn't become an
Okay,
obsession, it's
cool.
fine.
No,
have your fantasy.
but like people will say, "Oh, I'm so upset that such and such got married. Like such and such a celebrity got married." It's like, why? You weren't going to end up with them. Even if they were single the rest of their life, you would not hook up with this celebrity. Them being married has no bearing on your life. You can still fantasize about them all you want. Nothing has changed.
That thing, Terry, you and I would probably have the same thing. This was like when one of my buddies used to tell me who was dating who in high school, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
No. And points to Frosted. He has far more, stick-to-itiveness than I do. I'm not that committed to meeting people.
Frosted saying duct tape or silence is golden, duct tape is silver.
So it does remind me of the meme where they're saying, like, if it moves and it's not supposed to, you use duct tape. If it's not moving and it is supposed to, you use WD-40. And then it cuts to Simba spraying WD-40 over Mufasa's corpse.
Yep.
Ew.
My absolute favorite for that is it shows Simba walking this way from his dad, and it has a thing for like revive, and it's like, please revive, bro. I have a ray gun.
Mm-hmm.
I like the one where it's Simba like, yeah, we're all gonna eat bugs, so we're gonna have Simba's back, hey, and like we're hungry, okay, we're gonna eat bugs. They cast him out, and then him and Timon Pumbaa are about to leave. Goes, no, not you two, you stay.
Well, they'd let Timon leave. Pumbaa ain't going nowhere.
They're gonna eat him.
They called me Mr. Pig. That was, I think that might have been the last Disney movie that I like properly watched as a kid.
Lion King.
Yeah.
The first
And
one.
anything after The Lion King, I probably either didn't watch or only watched because my siblings put it on TV and I had no choice.
Which was a ripoff of Jungle Emperor Kimba, which was a ripoff of King Lear.
No,
Hamlet.
Hamlet, sorry.
He's black. He doesn't know these things.
Hey, I know a Macbeth when I see a Macbeth. Out, damn spot.
I'm theater people, dude. You don't say the name of that play.
The Scottish play, I know.
Because Angela goes to the theater. Because she's a theater person.
Angela's showing her preppiness.
I'm not a prep.
No, I just like being able to do that occasionally, like the theater. It's not even anything with Angela.
If you take the old timey language out, some of Shakespeare's stories were pretty good. Like there was an episode of Just Shoot Me that was basically the plot of King Lear, but like in modern English, so that like people could understand what the fuck was happening. It's a decent story. I'm just like,
that's like the Leonardo DiCaprio Romeo plus Juliet. The best part in that is the when what's his name? He's like, bring me close. I want to hit them with my broad. He's like, with my long sword, and it's just a fucking the
broadsword.
It's a full auto 308 that says broadsword. I'm like, okay, I like that.
Get to me, my long sword.
For anyone who
broadsword.
No, it was no. It's when Capulet he reach for a shotgun. Get to me, my long sword.
The shotgun.
The Walther used in that movie was also used by Willem Dafoe in the Boondock Saints. It's a drag.
I think the casting for Tybalt was fucking spot on. John Leguizamo as Tybalt. He I don't know what it was about his casting. He played a fucking amazing Tybalt.
John Leguizamo is actually a pretty damn good actor. It just depends on the role and like anything else. Typically, the director.
Harold Pinette as Mercutio was okay.
I actually thought that was excellent casting. I loved Mercutio in that.
Paul Sorvino as Montague was okay. Was it Paul Sorvino? I believe it was Paul Sorvino.
Yeah.
I can't name any of the other actors. Like
I love Claire Danes, but I didn't really care for that movie, which is really hard for me to say because I love Baz Luhrmann, the director.
And that is going to be a knockout.
Apparently, Frosty disagrees.
Yeah, I don't like Baz Luhrmann either. But then again, I'm not a gay man or a woman, so it makes sense that I don't like Baz Luhrmann.
Baz Luhrmann directed one of my all-time favorite movies, which is Strictly Ballroom. It was fantastic.
Oh God,
I absolutely love that movie.
Well,
because you're a woman.
He's not a woman or gay, so he doesn't love Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah, I mean those are the only people who like Baz Luhrmann's movies is fags and women.
Have you?
Did he also do Moulin Rouge?
I believe he did.
Okay, I can see why. All right. What's a good adaptation of Shakespearean work? So O is literally Othello set in high school.
Yes, that was the entire point of O.
I'm just saying how it was a little bit more understandable. I understood Othello. Like Othello was good. I like that one.
If you go further into literature rather than sticking to Shakespeare, it's more like the fact that Clueless was actually Emma set in high school.
I didn't know that. What's another good playwright that isn't your?
So from what I can tell, I need Angela to make a list of movies that she likes, so that I can just never watch any of them.
Angela likes some good movies.
I not from what I've heard.
What you? Okay, number one, I'm not like the hugest fan of Clueless. I do like Clueless, but it's not something I can sit down and watch anytime.
Yeah. No, but I'm sure the same would apply if I made a list of movies that I like. You probably wouldn't like 90% of them either. I'm just saying that our tastes are very, very different.
I'm amazed that Australians have movies.
I just really like Jane Austen. So
Did you not realize Mad Max is an Australian movie that a lot of people like?
No. With their evening overlords, I thought they wouldn't allow them to have any fun.
Actually, when I was a kid, a lot of the movies that I watched were actually Australian films that were released on like Disney.
I like Crocodile Dundee, so
like I grew up watching Dot and the Bunny, or what's the other one? There was a movie that I really loved called The Quest. That was actually a Australian film that I'm trying to figure out how it ended up starring Henry Thomas from E.T. because he was the only American actor in the entire movie.
I liked Krull, and I believe like maybe half of that cast was either British or Australian. Like I think most of the convicts were Australian, and most of the nobles were British.
That's like one of my favorite go-to dumb fun movies is freaking Barry Gordon's The Last Dragon, and I still don't know how the hell that ended up in my docket as a youth.
I loved the Dot movies. I loved The Man from Snowy River.
If we're gonna do westerns, I'm gonna say it. My favorite western is my favorite old school western is Shane. And
actually, a western I got brought into by a hip hop group that is actually an Asian western that's a take on the Yojimbo tale.
The Magnificent Seven, basically the Seven Ronin.
Have any one of you seen Sukiyaki Western Django?
I've heard of Sukiyaki Western.
I don't know what you just said, so I'm going to assume that I haven't seen
it. Basically, it's a different take on the Yojimbo tale of him going into a place to where you have the two warring factions, and it actually turned. He's a hired mercenary, basically.
Okay, I mean, I've not seen it.
The the Seven Samurai.
Yeah, Seven Samurai and Magnificent Seven are Seven Ronin. It was originally Seven Ronin, and then the second movie was Seven Samurai, and then the adaptation is Magnificent Seven.
Okay.
Because the first two are Kurosawa's, and then he took Seven Ronin because Seven Samurai I think they were all government workers.
I mean, by Japanese standards, basically a Western is just what we consider a Western is really just a Western take on a samurai film.
Pretty much. Like again, you have the classic tropes where you're the lone wanderer, and you fight. Either you're the bandit or the hero. And
if you're looking at my favorite Western, it's easily Lonesome Dove.
I can't. Silverado is the one with Jeff Goldblum as the villain, if I'm not mistaken. That one I love.
Silverado was the one with Kevin Costner and the guy that played the next door neighbor in Home Improvement.
It was one of them. Is one with fucking Jeff. I cannot remember the name of the one with Jeff Goldblum as the villain. And I don't want to sit there and look it up because I won't find it. Excuse me.
Oh no, I want to say it was. I don't think it was Costner. I think it was Russell. That was in quite a few westerns that like
Jeff
legitimately.
Goldblum was slick in Silverado.
I knew I was the one that.
I want to say it was. Oh God, I can't remember. Actually, I think it might have been Costner. I can't remember. But there was an actor who he started putting his own money into the westerns that they were doing because they were all based on books, and they kept trying to remove context that was actually necessary to the story. And being like, oh, no, it'll be fine. He's like, no, because removing this, when you have this scene later on, it's not going to make any fucking sense. It's called context, asshole.
That's what they did with Roland Duchesne in the fucking Dark Towers movie. So.
Oh, dude. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm going to put it this way. The movie in itself, if you know nothing about the Dark Tower series and whatnot,
It wasn't a bad movie.
It's an enjoyable movie.
You
That's
just can't
exactly
call
what
it the
is.
Dark
It's
Tower.
an enjoyable movie. And the best thing I can say is this is a re-envisioning of a different universe of the Dark Tower. Because in Stephen King, there are several different universes. It's just for the predominant universe, the Dark Tower is the axis upon which all worlds turn.
Yes.
And Roland Deschain, and while don't get me wrong, I love Idris Elba. Roland Deschain is a white guy.
Yes, he is.
Otherwise,
he is
you
literally
wouldn't have Odetta Holmes wouldn't have been calling him a honky and whites and cracker and all the white slurs. She'd have been calling him a fucking Uncle Tom.
And the simple fact is that there is a very clear set description of him as essentially being the spitting image of Clint Eastwood.
And then I was still pissed at the movie as well because for some odd reason they decided to have him use single action revolvers that are somehow double action when his firearms are based off the Model 25, which for those of you who have seen Dirty Harry would think of his revolver just in a 45 Colt instead of a 44 Magnum.
Oof. I love the.
I mean, granted, I was the exact same way until a buddy of mine in the military, before he got out, because him and I used to discuss this, because he was the one who recommended me read the 3.5 Wind Through the Keyhole portion of The Dark Tower, and that whole thing is like, dude, have you not been reading like the forewords and the afterwards to where they actually go through and explain some of the stuff? Because like one of the guns he used in there is based off a 44 auto mag, if memory serves me correctly.
You know what gets me about modern adaptations? Everybody wants to, most directors want to change the words or add spins to it. And,
well, no, it's a common misconception that because Roland's a gunslinger and the way he's dressed is predominantly so Western that most people think it would make sense that he would have some sort of single action army revolver.
I'm getting hungry and it's coming close to 6 o'clock down here, so I'm gonna get going. I'll catch you guys later.
All right,
Should I be bringing up?
We'll do the thing. Yeah, that way we can do the joke. Taribot.
Yeah.
All right. I've called around. I've gotten numbers. Please tell me, Daily Wire, they called you back.
No, like I keep saying, they don't like that I don't give a shit about Israel. So I'm pretty sure I'm on their nigger list.
Fuck.
I think I've been told blacklist is a racist term, so I'm going to call it the nigger list instead because I'm a progressive individual. I want to play by the rules.
All right, come on, you killing me. Tenet, tell me that Tenet has called you back.
I forgot Tenet even existed.
Wait, like David Tennant or
No,
Thank
no,
you.
the Roaming Millennials thing that she made with Matt Christensen and
Temple.
Okay.
Tim. Yeah, there's a few people in it, but yeah.
The only
one I
thing,
know-
the only thing
Matt
I want to
Christensen-
watch with Tim Pool that's coming up is he's going to have he's supposed to have during I think it's the next Republican debate. He's supposed to have Vivek Ramaswamy on there, and I'd rather watch that than the next debate because
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure DeSantis isn't going to do shit, and I don't give a fuck about Nikki Haley.
no.
And Lord S should drop out soon.
Yes. Back to the farewells.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Tim Pool. Tell me Tim Pool is at least inboxed you.
I can't remember what silly reason I made up for him not liking me, but I made one up and he doesn't like me.
God
Probably
damn it,
something
Tari.
about how he wears a bikini. It's probably crusty or some shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think his beanie looks stupid because I know he's just covering his bald spot. So there you go. That's why he doesn't like me.
Okay. The View. Come on now, Tari. I think you would do amazing on The View.
I think I would too, but apparently fat women don't like me. So
All right. So Tari is on Quippers United with Jack Gunski, which is held Sunday nights. He's on Mr. Adams' arcade main show, arcade, Monday nights with myself and Kefki. He's also on Hammer. Huh?
He's also on Hammers Means the Zoo on Wednesdays.
just this, like, you don't have to list every single person that's on every single stream that I do. Just name the stream. People know who's on there.
He's on several of the Minions, and he's also on the corner.
No, you can name the
Frosted.
streams, but you don't need to say he's on Quippers United with Jack Gunski, Frosted Glass, James Colley, Angela Arriaga, and like you don't need to name every single person.
When I was going to say the
It's still
corner,
fucking fun.
well, Terry, when I was going to go with the whole thing, it's like he's also on the corner with Frosted Glass when Frosted
Yeah.
Glass is going to have an episode.
Yeah. When is Frosty going to have another episode?
Yeah, ask him.
Because
maybe never. He's usually got an excuse.
maybe he's forcing friends to get married again.
Yeah,
He's forcing friends to get married and have kids. That way he doesn't have to do the
what a
corner.
jerk.
You're a dick. He's also on Six of Silver Screen, and he's also on someone else's. I can't remember.
Hellcat. If Hellcat's doing a game stream, I'll usually be on it.
Okay.
If and when Frosted cancels the corner, Gunski and I usually do a game stream.
Yeah, Frosty, you say that now, and then I get all prepared and ready to laugh and do some bullshit and accept the fucking worst game of the year. Pono Gender Edition. And then, I'm going to cancel. Fucking hell. I got PTSD. Rodden, this week is a Talking to the Void. Sweet. All right. Rodden has his Talking into the Void this week. It'll be on his channel around this time tonight, actually. And Angela, you're still waiting on the stuff for comic book curation?
I think she's curating the collection currently.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
James,
a lot better than expected.
James is on Quippers. He's also Jack Gunski has his Quippers United on Sundays around 7ish. He's also on the corner with Tari and hey Senate. That's about it. What else am I forgetting? Kefki is on Mr. Adams Minions Night, and she also has her gaming stream where she streams games that isn't good as Super Seducer. All right, I believe that's everything, huh?
And Tira is a goober, obviously.
I'm not Goober. The poll was inconclusive on account of bad math.
Look, we can't help it that you are mildly retarded.
I'm not retarded.
And since
there's nothing mild about it.
And since you're in a special ed class, and when you were late, they still call you tardy.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm not special. Look, just because I rode the cheese bus to school and had to wear a helmet and be strapped in so I didn't lick the window, didn't mean I'm retarded, okay?
I mean, the worst part is you could just point at we could point at a window. You could tell us what flavor it was.
It was. I honestly like lemon Windex. It has a lemony taste, which was very surprising. Okay, so we'll be on next week. I don't know who the guests will be because honestly, I usually ask like Wednesday and start from there.
I mean, I got a couple people I could plausibly reach out to if you'd like.
Sure.
Yeah.
I love making Jack work. Hopefully, if God willing, that we'll figure out why I can't. Why my system is rejecting this goddamn new programming, and it'll fix it because I would love to do a brand new intro, you know, with some
Okay, I think Terry's hungry.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
all right.
bored. I'm not. I stopped listening to whatever you were talking about.
All right, we're going. I'm about to play the outro. Thank God for coming. Hope to see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Let
Have
us.
a good night.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our show has come to an end. You will never get by me, Traspanda. We'd like to thank our guests for joining us. We'd like to thank you for joining us. I will end your bloodline. You will not survive. We'd like to invite you to join us next week for the next installment of the show. You will never make it out of your life. I shall kill you.